Hey guys, I hope you're having a good day, and if you're not, go work out.
Anyway, today's video is about how in bodybuilding it's not about the weights like in powerlifting and things like that where you're trying to lift the most weights, but in bodybuilding it's all about getting the tension on the right muscle and isolating it. So it's all about three things: the time under tension, which is the muscle breakdown; cell swelling, which is getting the pump, which is, despite bodybuilding being quite boring with all the technique, I mean the pump is one of the most enjoyable things. Arnold said it himself, and also lactic acid build-up, which is gonna give the right hormonal environment in the muscle. Well, I won't go into that. So yeah, it's all about getting the form right, which at the end of the day is really boring, and the results are a lot slower than in things like powerlifting. But once you can get past that hurdle, you'll get results. Unless you've got really good genetics, you're gonna need to concentrate on form first before anything, and it's really difficult because the smaller your muscle is, the more difficult it is to connect. So even when your form's perfect, don't worry, because if your muscle's quite small and you haven't been to the gym much, it's still going to be difficult to connect. But as it gets bigger, it's going to get more and more easy. Anyway, today we trained triceps and back. Right, let's get to it. We started off with triceps, seeing as we're going to be lifting some heavier weights today to get the muscle breakdown, heavier than when we're trying to get a pump, but still heavy, not too heavy that it's not going on the muscle we intend. So I start off with triceps because otherwise I find that after back I'm too tired to do triceps. When doing these tricep exercises, I'm concentrating on keeping my elbows tucked in and above my shoulder. That's going to keep the tension on the tricep, and I'm also focusing on keeping my shoulders down and depressed. That's going to prevent any other muscles coming into play. Now we're working the tricep in its shortest range of motion. I just use a bench because I'm quite fat and I can't really use any other weights on top. My triceps quite small as well. And then once I go to failure, I just drop down onto my feet to get a few more reps out. I recommend doing the same. Now moving on to the back, we started with some deadlifts. Having the supporters there are going to make sure that all the tension goes on the back and not on the hamstrings. This is going to really work on the depth and the thickness of your back, whereas the next exercise is going to work on the width. And we're mixing the rep range here just to fire up the nervous system. The reason I've stopped the video is I want to talk about my left trap and shoulder. I don't know if you noticed in that last exercise, the left hand side of my body seems to be a bit lower. That's because my front delt on the left hand side of my body is extremely tight. Now, recently I've had to stretch that off. So it's just something I want you to be aware of, if especially in your shoulders and your chest and the front delt. These areas can get extremely tight if you're putting on size. Now in these next two exercises, the first is going to concentrate on the width at the top of the lats, and the second is going to concentrate on the depth of the lats, right at the bottom where it joins into your lower back. You want to concentrate on keeping your scapula retracted, your shoulders depressed and retracted, and having a powerful positive, which is the bit where you're pulling down, and then a slow negative, which is bit where you're letting it go. What you spending when you shopping, dog? Why you wanna go flex like you all in the mix, like you got some shit popping off? I got some models that wanna be Kim Kardashian. With this last exercise, it's the same kind of thing really. Keep your chest up, bring the bar down to your chest, keep your scapula retracted, your shoulders down, and concentrate on pulling down through your elbows and not your hands. Use your hands as kind of hooks. I'm sure you've heard this before. I like to use straps because my forearms are weak as fuck and they can't really hold. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment if you have any questions, subscribe. Next week it is quads and hamstrings. I'll see you then.
Come on, up.